Well, it is a very long-running saga, but after many years of us pressing the UK government and indeed the Scottish government pressing the UK government, finally last year it was announced that Lord Bew would be undertaking an independent review of the situation, whereby he would be looking at the allocations of funding that goes to common agricultural policy payments across the United Kingdom. And on the back of that, we and the Scottish Government believe that Scotland is effectively due a significant uplift in the funding that comes to Scottish farmers and crofters. Well, it's all European money, and it comes from effectively a decision that was made by the European Union in the last round of CAP reforms that said that any member state that fell below a certain average would qualify for an uplift. And the reason why the UK qualified for that uplift is because of Scotland's vast areas of poorer quality ground, and that meant that dragged the UK average down below the European average. The whole Brexit process kind of blurs this, but what we're looking at here is the allocation of funding for the years 2020 to 2022, by which time under most scenarios we'll still be operating under the European rules. And it's only really beyond that that we'll be outside of Europe as things currently stand, but who knows what might happen. Nevertheless, we think this whole process is important not just for the allocation of this funding, but indeed for the allocation of funding beyond that. At some time in the future, instead of the European Union finding funding for rural areas across the United Kingdom, it will indeed be the UK Treasury. And if this process sets down a benchmark or a baseline, if you like, for how future funding might be allocated, well, that's going to be really important. The last thing we want is any future funding to be barnetized, i.e. based on population. That would severely disadvantage Scotland's rural areas, because obviously we have a very small share of the UK population.